in a professional domain, we are not being paid according to the number of hours which we spend inside the company. We are being paid according to the value which we bring during those hours. According to the value. Now, for example, what value I can generate. Now, for example, if I say, okay, this is X amount of dollar I've been getting, and these are best of my abilities. If I do that amount of work, and if I focus on this activity, I can generate a better value out of myself. Because we are paid according to the value which we generate during those hours. So if I would like to get my recognition, if I would like to get a multiple on something, the business dynamics works in that way that I can focus rather than complaining about what income I've been getting is not like this and that. I've been focusing on if I'm getting that number of hours, my per hour rate is like this. Is this activity is proportionate to that income which I've been getting? Is it lesser than that or it is higher than that? My dear friend, this is a way in which the commercial business world, it operates. It operates in this way. So the question is, whenever we are talking about one thing, we talk about customer stated and implied needs. Now we have to look into other aspect of it, which is said, what are the different levels of a customer's satisfaction? Because what we have said, we said if a customer stated and implied needs are fulfilled, then customer is satisfied. Customer is satisfied when, for example, the customer is satisfied when customer stated and implied needs are fulfilled. Agreed on that, all right? So stated and implied needs are fulfilled, customer is satisfied. What does it mean? That whatsoever the customer is paying value, the customer is paying the dollar amount to us, we are giving a proportionate value to that. Balance, absolutely right. Customer is happy, we are happy. Now there is another level of high achievers. They do not stay over here. You know what they focus on? And this is a very important thing I'm going to telling you right now. They do not focus only on that. They go to the next level, which is called a customer delight. What does it mean, a customer delight? Customer delight is, all right, if you are giving me an X amount of dollar, I'm giving you a value of X plus 1. So you are more happy because you say, all right, I given $10 for this, I got a service of $20. So I'll be happy. So customer is happy when we are giving X plus 1. That remind me one of the interesting thing in my city, and I would say there is one very, very, very famous ice cream parlor in my city. And one of the criteria what I have observed, you know what they do? They actually, when you walk into their restaurant and you order for the ice cream, and for example, let's say ice cream is of, let's say 20 dirham, and you order for that, you always get one small scoop along with that, what you have ordered as a complimentary stuff from that ice cream parlor, and that is free for you. Now, being as a customer, I know that I have paid 20 dirham for that ice cream which has been in my platter, but there is a small cup along with that. What does it mean? All right, this is complimentary and it's always been there. It is on side of the company. It is on side of the ice cream parlor. So what I found, oh my God, this is good. This is good. I'm getting something more. And that is the reason I'm telling you that it's always been very crowded. It's always been very crowded because the people, whenever they said that whenever you are giving something of an enhancement, people are going to attract towards you. Now, I remember one of the story, and it's a real story as well. It's about one of the boys he was been working as a shoe polisher at some of the market. And there were some other shoe polishers as well. But we have found that there has always been a lot more crowd. They have been coming to that boy. And what was the reason? And the reason was very interesting. And I'm telling you, that boy was illiterate. But what was the thing which I have observed? He had found that practically that boy was been working in that area which was been having more offices around. And he know his community is more of the people who are more literate. You know what he did? Early in the morning, he purchased one newspaper. And what he do? For example, if I've been there and if I would like to have my shoe polished, in the same instance, he handed over that newspaper to me. He said, sir, while I'm doing your polish, you can read that newspaper. Amazing concept. That I would say, all right, now if I have to do a shoe polish and if I get something complimentary something, what does it mean? And normally in the instances what I found, whenever myself and the other people who are being actually get their shoe polishes from there, they always give certain extra tip to that boy. Why it has been there? That it is more important aspect, my dear friend, that stated needs, as far as you are fulfilling the stated needs, customer cannot go beyond maybe less than satisfaction as well, because the implied needs are not fulfilled. The real catch, when you keep on escalating that level. Now, it has not stopped over here. There's another high level onto it. And what is that level is, there's a high level onto it, and that high level is what is called a customer surprise. How many levels we have discussed? 3. What is the basic level? Customer satisfied, when you are fulfilling the stated and implied needs of the customer. Customer is satisfied, all right. You are going to get this amount of salary, you have been servicing that, perfectly all right. Delight, something in addition to, over and above, going an extra mile, something in addition to that, whatsoever you have been doing, you are having a delight aspect onto that. Right, when you give something extra. Surprise. What is surprise? Surprise is a fact that you are delivering that value to that customer which the customer has not even thought of in their wildest dreams. They have not thought about it at all. And you are delivering that service, you are delivering that product. You remember what happened when the customer surprise happened? If you have experienced that part, you remember early 2000s, which brand was most dominating in the market in the mobile phones? And I would say, even if you are in half of your sleep, maybe all of you or some of you or majority of you, you have experienced a Nokia phone, and you know every time the Nokia brand has been coming in. What happened when Apple came? What features Apple has brought? And when the people started experiencing what Apple has brought for them, wow factor, surprise, wow. And that wow give you a loyal customers. And you know, if I ask you now, whenever you go outside into the big stores of Apple, whenever they launch their version 14, 15, 18, 20, there's a long queue, because they make it as a status symbol for the people, because they always branded themselves that their products are always having some features which are going to give you a surprise element. Less than that, if you are giving something in addition to, my dear friends, all the ordinary people, all the ordinary employees, all the ordinary businessmen, they are operating just on this level. They are operating on this level. Maximum. All the extraordinary achievers, all the super achievers in life, all the one which has make a mark, they are operating in this domain. Customer supplier and customer delight.